All right, let's talk about a radical idea. What if you could take the first 90 days of the year, disappear completely, and then come back, well, unrecognizable? I'm not talking about small tweaks. I'm talking about a full-on personal reinvention, following a protocol designed for peak performance. So let's get into how it's actually done.
Now, what's really fascinating is where this whole concept comes from. This isn't from some self-help book. This is a core discovery from NASA. And I know, it sounds a little backwards, right? But think about it for a second. Your current environment, your friends, your habits, your routines, that's the very thing that's keeping you where you are. To break through to a new level, you literally have to escape the system that created the old you.
And believe me, this isn't just some nice-sounding theory. NASA bets the farm on this. We're talking about an investment of $15 million per astronaut every single year. A huge chunk of that money goes into engineering this exact environmental shift. And why? Because they know that when you're hurtling through space, a single bad habit, just one moment of distraction, that's not just a simple mistake. It's a mission killer. It could be fatal.
So what is this secret sauce? What's the protocol they use? Well, it's a mandatory pre-mission requirement for every single astronaut. It's called the immersion phase, and it's the absolute key to making sure they're ready to perform at their best, completely free from the baggage of their old lives on Earth.
So, what on earth does an immersion phase actually look like? Well, picture this. It's a 90-day stretch of deliberate, almost complete isolation. That means no parties, very little contact with friends and family. It's just you, a very small, hand-picked crew, and a laser focus on your mission. The entire point is to create a sterile environment, a totally clean slate, so you can build new, powerful habits without any outside noise or interference.
And this is where it all becomes real for you. We're going to take that exact same NASA protocol and show you how to apply it to your own life. This isn't about launching into space. It's about launching the next, most powerful version of yourself, right here on planet Earth.
And this slide right here perfectly illustrates the massive shift we're talking about. Look, right now your environment is probably, let's be honest, contaminated. It's full of old habits, endless distractions. The immersion phase swaps all that chaos for focused isolation. It's where you can finally, systematically, install new operating systems for your life, all built around one single clear mission.
Okay, so how do we actually pull this off? It all breaks down into 7 crystal clear, actionable rules. This is your mission protocol for the next 90 days. Think of this as your personal flight manual.
All right, here it is. This is the roadmap for your 90-day mission, a 7-step protocol. First, we're going to enter monk mode to pull ourselves out of all the noise. Second, we'll design our own sterile chamber, our environment. Third, we set a non-negotiable launch date with a real physical event. Fourth, we fuel the whole thing with what are called income-producing activities. Fifth, we close our knowledge gaps. Sixth, we build our essential support crew. And finally, number 7, we lock in our ultimate purpose with a promise that's impossible to break.
Okay, rule number 1, monk mode. This is your extraction. For 90 days, you are ruthless. You cut out all the cheap dopamine hits, the booze, the endless scrolling, the video games. Gone. And you replace them with a few key non-negotiable daily habits, things like exercise, meditation, focused work. And the word here is non-negotiable. It doesn't matter if you feel like it. It doesn't matter if you're tired. They get done every single day.
And that leads us perfectly into rule number 2, which is all about creating your sterile chamber. Because here's a hard truth. Your environment will always beat your willpower. Every time. Astronauts don't just rely on having a strong mindset. They operate inside an environment that has been perfectly engineered for their mission. And you need to do the same.
So you start decontaminating your spaces systematically. Go into your room. Get rid of the TV, the game console, the junk food. Ask yourself, does this object support my mission or does it sabotage it? If it sabotages, it's gone. Your phone, it becomes a tool, not a toy. Delete the social media apps. Set the screen to grayscale to make it boring. And finally, your workspace is for work. Your bed is for sleep. No more overlap. You stop fighting temptation by simply removing it from your world.
Rule number 3 is what gives this whole thing teeth. It gives you a hard deadline. Astronauts have a launch date. You need one too. So you're going to commit to a physical event 90 days from now. A marathon, maybe a boxing match, a triathlon, whatever. Why physical? Because you can't lie about it. You can't fake your way through it. On day 90, you either did the work
or you didn't. It grounds your entire mission in cold, hard reality.
Now, for rule number 4, this is your mission's fuel, income-producing activities, or IPAs. Look, nothing will sabotage your transformation faster than financial stress. But this isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about timing. You have to ride the biggest wave you can find. And right now, that wave is, without a doubt, AI. Learning how to actually use it is the single greatest opportunity you have to just leapfrog everyone else.
And that brings us right to Rule 5. You have to stop thinking that high performers or big earners are some special breed of human. They're not. They just have a smaller knowledge gap than you do. It's that simple. Earning differences are learning differences. And these 90 days of focused, quiet isolation, that is your golden opportunity to just absorb the information that will let you make the kinds of leaps that take other people years.
Now, it's really important to get this next part right. Isolation does not mean total loneliness. Astronauts have their crew, right? Rule number 6 is all about building yours. So yes, you're going to disappear from 99% of the people in your life, but you need to identify 1 to 3 people who are 100% aligned with your mission. These are the people who provide accountability, who offer support on the really tough days, and who maybe even have expertise that you don't.
So now we get to it. The final and I think the most critical rule of them all. We have the plan, we have the tactics, but you know what? None of it matters. Not a single bit, without the right kind of fuel. This last rule is about finding a purpose so powerful, it will literally pull you through any obstacle that gets in your way. And here it is. This is the ultimate key. We as human beings will always fight harder for other people than we will for ourselves. It's just how we're wired. This quote, this comes from a real promise made to a mother, a vow to pull his family out of financial hardship. A promise like that, it's not just motivation, it's an unbreakable source of energy.
So, you need to find your person. Make a promise to someone you love, your mom, your dad, maybe your future kids. Find someone you would go to war for, someone you would fight harder for than you would for yourself. Because the second you do that, the mission is no longer just about you. It's about them. And trust me, that changes everything.
So, after these 90 days of intense, focused work, what's the actual result? Well, you emerge a fundamentally different person. People will see a new spark in your eyes. They'll feel this natural magnetism. You'll start to take yourself seriously on a level you never have before. And guess what? So will everybody else. And those goals that once looked like your absolute ceiling, they just became your new floor.
So this is your chance. It's your opportunity to enter your own immersion phase and build something incredible in silence. After 90 days, you will re-emerge changed. The ceiling will become the floor. So really the only question left to ask is, when you finally launch, who are they going to see?